And now, broadcasting from the Ginger and Baker studio in the heart of the Music District in beautiful downtown Fort Collins, Colorado, it's Live at Lunch here on KRFC 88.9 FM. I'm your host today, David V., and today's special musical guest is Justus and The Limits.
If only I had the time, I'd know what to say. sun, it shine. Gotta make something that's mine. I can't hit it, I can't fit it. I won't thought about it in my mind. I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna hit it. Gotta get something for me. All night long, it stays strong. Just won't let me be. If only I had the time, I'd know what to say. If only I had the time, I'd ride every day. But it don't come easy. You grind and you grind, grind and you grind. Still the wind it whispers. If only I had the time. Good, wake up in the evening and my back get hurt. Too tired to take off my shirt. I don't like it, I can't fight it. The one thought about in my mind. I'm gonna hit it, I'm gonna fit it. Gotta get something for me. All night long, it stays strong. Just won't let me be. If only I had the time, I'd know what to say. If only I had the time, I'd ride every day. But it don't come easy. You grind and you grind, grind and you grind. Still the wind it whispers. If only I had the time. Hey!
Smooth grooves and level vibes of Justus and the Limits here on KRFC Live at Lunch. How you guys doing this morning?
Doing great.
Good. Very well, David.
It's afternoon now, I guess, isn't it? Huh?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to introduce the band here today, and Justus Lacewell is vocalist and guitarist.
Hey there, David.
Sam Niehaus on drums.
How's it going?
Lead guitarist Eric Ciccone and his brother bassist Mark Ciccone. Twins?
Identical twins.
All right.
Can you tell?
And I have the same birthday as them and their mother.
With their mom, too?
Oh, yeah.
Mom, too. She's way older than me, and I'm way older than them, so.
And we got Wiley Jones back there on keyboards. How you guys doing?
Everybody.
All right. So you guys have a pretty important big show coming up here on July 23rd, Lost Lake down in Denver. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that show?
Yeah, so we got contacted by an English band called Project Blackbird, and they're coming to America, and they're going to be playing some shows. And
First time in America, right?
I don't think so.
No?
The singer is originally from Denver. She grew up kind of in
That's
Adams
a really
Colfax
cool
area.
band. Yeah.
And and I think her family's a lot from Boulder. And so they are having a, stopping through for the fam type of show. So it's a really cool opportunity. It's an afternoon show on a Sunday. And so, and they just wanted to have the most eclectic bill they could have. So it's like us, a couple singer-songwriter, kind of acoustic indie type of things. And then they do like a really cool kind of like jazzy, bridging upon Wolfpacky kind of soul. But like the guy has like a triple trumpet that he plays, and really nice folks, and nice communicating with them.
Should be really cool.
And the modern world, you're like calling this guy, and it's like 9 p.m. over there in England on like Facebook Messenger, and you're like sitting around, and there's like coffee and so. But so yeah, that's going to be a great show at Lost Lake. And
what is that an all-day thing?
It's in the afternoon. I think it's probably over by 7 type of thing.
Okay.
Yep. It's really centered because as people age, a lot of as bands age, especially our band, our fan base has gotten a little older and everybody has kids, and so that's a big impedance to them coming to the shows. Is like we have to get a babysitter, or like that's way too late to stay out. What do you mean 11 p.m.? And so this is a nice opportunity for some of those people, and already they're like, that's the show we'll hit.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah.
Absolutely. So you guys are working on a new single. You're recording it right now called Tryin'. That's due out here pretty soon?
Yes, sir. Yeah, it'll be next couple months we'll be dropping it. We have been trying to do all of our recording in-house. Mm-hmm. And so we record the bass and the drums, especially because the drum set's a thing I can't record at my house at a studio. And then I have been mixing and tracking all of the guitars and vocals at my house, and have some really sweet analog gear I've been running it through. I'm kind of obsessed with old things. I like old cars and stuff too.
Just like a kid in a candy store over here right
so
now.
I'm just like,
True reggae's analog, not digital.
If I've spent like 4 weeks of my waking life listening to Led Zeppelin, why not try to make my music sound like that as much as possible if I can? And what's the gear to make that sound happen? I just like analog. I can touch them. They're tactile.
Just need a Jimmy Page standing in for you.
Yeah, there we go, Eric.
Just give me your Les Paul. Let's do it.
And you guys just had a single come out in December. Also, Fear. That is it's available now too.
Here.
Yes, sir. It's on anywhere you guys stream music. And
if people were to go and try and find your music, what's the best site for you to steer them towards?
Well, there's sites that are a little better for bands than others, but you can always encourage people to poke around on iTunes and see what the offerings are there, and then of course Spotify and things like that, and SoundCloud. You can get a lot of our good live material on both YouTube and on archive.org. Also home of the Wayback Machine, which is super cool. But yeah, so we've been a band for over a decade. I met these guys when I moved out to Denver in 2010, in the fall of 2010. So we played some really, really early shows there, and was lucky enough to have a friend in the scene who's now deceased that used to do the soundboard recordings for everyone and mix them out. And so we have some really good quality soundboard recordings where we're playing with like the Johnny K band down at Civic Center Park on the Roman columns, and all this stuff. So my hard drive is just full of just hours of old Rastasaurus footage because we were a band called Rastasaurus before we changed our name in COVID. But yeah, so but yeah.
So you were Rastasaurus up until
we were
COVID.
Rastasaurus, same band, same members, same everything. Just as we grew as musicians, I don't write just classic classic reggae kind of songs or California reggae songs at all. I just kind of write what I feel like, and so we end up having quite a lot like rock and roll feels now, and people would kind of expect reggae, and that kind of hems us in. But at the same time, I feel like it was more of a cute name, and it was kind of time to like move on from that. And COVID gave us a good opportunity because we were booked solid up until then. Like we had just came off of playing the fair in Alaska and all this stuff, and we finally. It gave us an opportunity because everybody got this big schedule clear and wiped through their schedule, and so
took a bit of a pause there.
And we were concerned that we'd lose, but you can do it in a way you transfer over the streams you have on Spotify to your new account, and it keeps the stream history, which is really important for venues to look at and stuff to determine if you have enough weight in the scene to play their venues. So, but yeah, so we did that during COVID. It was great. We had a whole spreadsheet situation and all kinds of names. And everybody had a different code X they were putting on there. It was like signing legal papers in the 1840s.
So you mentioned coming out here in 2010. I'm looking at your hat. Did you come out from St. Louis?
I'm not from St. Louis proper. Mr. Sam Niehaus is from St. Louis.
I hail from St. Louis.
But me and him went to school at Mizzou together. Yep, I'm from Eminence, Missouri, which is down in the Ozarks. I had the parents that were like off the grid hippie back to earthers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But Mr. Sam Niehaus, what high school did you go to, Sam?
Kirkwood High.
Exactly.
That's the St. Louis question.
That's the St. Louis question.
Yeah, if you know
Kirkwood,
anything about-
Missouri,
Yes.
Where my mother now lives.
where my ancestors are from.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, we're gonna have
Look
to
at
catch up on this.
Yeah. We meet all kinds of people with
Talk
weird
for
Kirkwood history.
A lot longer than we're
Yeah.
allotted here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But talking about Missouri, I mean, not that Missouri's not a hotbed for music, but it's not necessarily known for reggae.
No.
What got you guys into reggae?
Oh, I don't know. When I started writing music, I could write reggae, but I couldn't write the other ones. It was
Seriously?
something about the little chords that were like, and then little bottom half of bar chords, and those little harmonic like things between those two. I just started messing around with chords like that, and then I started kind of writing music, and it all happened to be kind of reggae. It took a long time for me to be able to write like a cowboy chord song, which is like the big G's and D's, It took I don't know. I came to music from a saxophone. This was my first instrument, and so I see my guitar as 6 saxophones, and it's like 24 notes, 24 notes, 24 notes. And so when I was a kid, I could only play solos on one string because I knew where the intervals were, but like this was Greek, up and down. That's other saxophones.
Different rhythm, too.
So
Do you still play sax at all?
no, it met with an unfortunate end. As most musicians, you have to pawn things that you need for rent money sometimes for the dream, and that was one of the casualties of that situation in my life. But I have fantasized about getting another saxophone. We used to pull it out on stage, and it's even if you get up there and you just honk and squawk on it like a goose, it's still like somebody's
Still
like,
adds.
Somebody's
He
like,
could pull
oh
it
my
off.
God, it's a saxophone, and they're like this big shiny thing you bust out, and it's like the crowd goes nuts when you turn around with it. So definitely would be worth to get it back.
Put some
into
glitter
the
in it,
show.
blow it
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
the Dr. John.
You know someone that does that. Glitter bomb.
All right, so your first 2 songs were Hard in the City and If Only I Had the Time.
That's
You're going
correct.
to play Western Moon for us now?
Western Moon is, so this is now for something completely different.
Yeah.
But so Western Moon is a completely classic rock tune, and it's much more encompassing of like the kind of classic rock songs that we write and put together, and borrows a lot from just the songs bouncing around in our heads. But I love venues like this to be able to showcase like this is our different side, because on Spotify right now, until we put out the new Try-In tune on Spotify right now, it's like all reggae, but it's only like really half of the coin. Like we wanted to show people the whole thing. So this is world premiere.
Your Led Zeppelin influences.
Yeah.
We like to think so.
You listen and tell us if it's Zeppelin influence.
Yeah. Be very candid,
Be
but
the
nice.
Justus and the Limits here on KRFC 88.9 FM.
Thank you. It ain't the end of the line. End of the line. It's all over now. It's all over now. It's all over now.
Justus and The Limits here on KRFC's Live at Lunch, streaming live at krfcfm.org. Yeah, that definitely wasn't reggae, right?
Not a part of that I think I'd call reggae.
I want to speak just a little bit with lead guitarist Eric Ciccone. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
Good. I was going to ask you what your influences were. I mean, I was listening a little bit there to some of the leads and some of the rhythm that you're playing too, and I'm getting a little bit of a Mark Knopfler almost, Dire Straits type style.
Our dad's going to be real stoked to hear that.
We describe that song as a Dire Straits verse. Yeah.
It's funny because I started playing guitar without a pick for a long time. So Knopfler was an easy, style to look to because he doesn't play with a pick and can kind of show what you can do without one.
You were getting that tone like he has, so I was curious about that.
And I definitely still will kind of put the pick down a little bit, and you can get some different tones when you're playing with your fingers. So I still try and keep that in my toolbox. But in terms of style and influence, I'd like to say Jimmy Page kind of taught me how to solo. I started with Zeppelin in middle school, obsessing over all their songs and learning them, and started listening to their live stuff, and got introduced to the Grateful Dead from a friend that, he's like, well, you like live music, you should check out this band. They got, 2,000 live shows that you can listen to. And that kind of blew my mind, and got into, that kind of music, Zappa, Fish, of course. So yeah, those three would definitely probably be the big influence on how I approach
so your songs are structured, but you still leave room for some jam.
Oh yeah,
sounds like to me.
Oh yeah, that keeps. I think the live show kind of, a little bit unpredictable what might happen, and kind of, if you see us back-to-back nights, you'll get something a little different.
If you only seen us on Spotify and you come to a live show.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
This is a little different.
A little bit more to it, huh?
Yeah.
Well, Mark, I was going to ask you a few questions, and so you mentioned your dad. Your dad liked Dire Straits. What were the influences at the house for you two?
Definitely a lot of Led Zeppelin, for sure. From our mom's side, Crosby, Stills and Nash. So we grew up with, though we never took to singing. Eric and I.
No harmonies.
No harmonies. No, Eric and I were straight, just listening to instruments every time. Our dad actually is the one who got us a guitar when we were 10, 11? 10 or 11. Yeah, best birthday gift ever.
Would you share the guitar then?
We did, yes. Bitterly sometimes. We were playing cello in the orchestra, but when we got the guitar, things started making sense. And then he got us a bass, and I kind of moved. I always liked how you could kind of control the groove, and so we kind of grew up playing Eric lead guitar, me bass, and learning how to back each other.
We always say a bass player is a frustrated lead guitarist. 5 strings there, so
that's true. Yeah, 5 strings. I did try 6 once because of that Grateful Dead influence. It's a little overkill. The 5-string definitely.
The neck's pretty darn wide too.
It's pretty darn wide. So I like the 5-string. It's a nice place. That low B is great for reggae and some of the other stuff we do.
Where'd you guys grow up?
In Fairfield, Connecticut.
Oh, really?
A little different than Missouri.
Yeah.
A little bit different. We moved to Colorado in 2010. We pretty much had to plan to move to Denver. And
college, work?
College in Maine. Eric went to college in New Hampshire, and we settled on Denver. Just sounded like a great music town, and wanted to start a band, and met Justus, 2 months after moving.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I met you guys like 4 months after I was here.
Worked out pretty nice.
And I just played the 2 days before. Me and Sam were in a band in college together. And 2 days before I moved out here, we played our last show in college at Mojo's. Get Down Underground, shutting down. Yeah.
Excellent. So let's get back into it. I know that you're going to play Can't Get It Right and Cool to the Touch. Can you tell us a little bit about the two songs?
Okay, so these are more classic reggae songs. They're also very classic, like Rossosaurus style Justus and The Limits songs, where they, it starts off with a vocal, it gets a little rippy in the guitar solo, comes back on point to me, and then closes out. Nice little catchy hooks. The first song was written, as most songs are written, when a relationship falls apart. And it didn't end up making it, so we didn't get it right, and that's the joke within the band. I usually preface this as called real talk on stage. But and then the second song, Cool to the Touch, it's just a really sweet melody, and I started kind of writing it, and it's one of those songs where I just slammed a bunch of interesting words together. And to make some kind of colorful, like visual imagery.
Before you start, let me ask you a couple quick questions here. Again, we haven't really talked about what reggae artists influence you guys. Is it just, everybody talks about Marley or Tosh or, the original, but just curious what you guys are listening to.
So, like most kids, you like punk rock a little bit when you're younger. These guys were an exception, but like they, so ska is a natural, and then you get a little older.
So like British ska,
or just like punk ska. I listen to a lot of Fat Records, a lot of Punkorama, No Effects, a lot of Lagwagon and stuff like that. Frenzal Rum, and but then like the ska kind of turned into reggae, and then I lost a laptop in college that had all my music on it, and I moved in with another roommate of mine, this guy Chris Lowe. Love you, Chris, wherever you are, man. And he had some Steel Pulse and some Toots. And then I started working at this Chipotle, and this buddy Max, he turned me on to Manu Chao. So we used to go and hang out with Max, and we would watch this Manu Chao live video. And so the reggae, the Steel Pulse and everything, that sounded amazing. But the Manu Chao Lab and Babylon and Wawa, which Wawa I think is Cuban, actually. Cuban Spanish for bus is what they call Wawa because it's the sound of the horn. But Babylon and Wawa, Babylon by Bust, the Bob Marley album. But it's that live show, and it looked like such incredible fun. And I was like, man, these guys look like they're having fun. I got to do that. And like the music was so cool and high energy, and everybody's just losing their minds. And so really early on, though, it was a lot of Steel Pulse, a lot of Toots. Of course, we've all very well versed in Bob Marley, Sure. But at the same time, I listened to a lot of Grateful Dead, all through that. And my parents were big into classic rock. I listened to more similar music than my parents listen to now as an adult. Than I'm pretty much all classic rock, soul and funk and Motown. And blues, pretty much any of that old music that's that old analog music. It's so good. Like Stephen Stills, I've been getting into Stephen Stills really hard. I was just thinking today, making coffee at like 6:30 in the morning about the organ bite on Love the One You're With, where just the organ bites in the solo takes. And I was just like, what a great part. It was just played in my head over and over again when I was making coffee. So, yeah.
And if you've ever seen Stills live, what an amazing guitarist. He plays every genre known to mankind on guitar.
Oh, yeah. And he has something like 35 million songs sold that he has penned or been associated with penning. Yeah, just incredible.
Doesn't surprise me in the least bit.
Incredible amount of just prodigious. Yeah.
Okie doke. Well, we're going to get back into it here with Justus and The Limits on Live at Lunch.
I say we try, but we can't get it right. Yeah. I say we're forcing my fight every single night. Whoa. You just can't get what you need. You don't want it from me. You got to take a little bit of control for your actions. Take a little bit of control for the things that you do. Take a little bit of responsibility. Take a little bit of control for you and me. just can't get what you need, baby. You don't want it from me. There's a fire burning strong in your eyes, in your soul. You're cool to the touch, cool to the touch, burning strong. I see the sun fall flat on them trees. Give it to me, oh yeah. And everybody knows what you got to do for you, oh yeah. And I say you can't hide the way the shame burn your face, the way the shame it burn your eyes. And as your time go on, you be getting strong, and your heart is paid a price. 'Cause there's a fire burning strong in your eyes, in your soul. You're cool to the touch, cool to the touch, burning strong. Voodoo, it all the same. You just play your games while I sit and wait. Your convenience sake. Waiting days are through, nothing I can do. Find a tag with your name on it. Step up, put your claim on it. There's a fire burning strong in your eyes, in your soul. You're cool to the touch, cool to the touch, burning strong.
Justus and the Limits here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. Sam Niehaus, how you doing?
Well, how are you?
I'm well. So we've already determined that you're from Missouri.
Yes.
All right. How did you make it out here to Colorado?
So, as Justus was saying earlier, him and I met at Mizzou. We played in a band called the Get Down Underground together.
Was that reggae also?
That
Or
was
ska?
yes. That was reggae.
We thought it was
For
reggae.
sure. Yeah, reggae. I'm putting that in quotation marks for.
We thought it was
Reggae from Missouri?
Yeah. Yeah. So met there, and then we kind of parted ways. Justus he moved out here. I moved back to St. Louis for a while. I spent some time there. And I got to visiting. I came out for, I think it was a Red Rock show, and I stayed at the Twins.
Montez Badesky Martin Woods was at that
And
show?
Wolfpack.
Wolfpack, that's
Wolfpack
right.
was also on that bill.
I think they were first to three, yeah.
Yeah.
Jammed in the garage.
Yeah,
After
we
the
jammed in
show?
the
Also
garage,
Ryan's
and
farewell show at Red Rocks.
Justus was like, dude, I need a drummer. I want to move out. And I really wasn't doing much in St. Louis. I mean, I was playing music there. I was having a good time, maybe a little too good of a time, and I was like, it's time for change. So kind of packed up and...
Is St. Louis more of a blues town?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes, very bluesy. There's a big bluegrass scene going on there.
That surprises me. Okay. I guess it's not that far from the Ozarks. Makes sense.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
there's that, and there's like a whole kind of Midwest festival scene that I was I was very affiliated with. You know, I went to, this is an old Wakarusa shirt from when it was down in this. I never wear the shirt, by the way. This is like a big thing.
That's probably why it still looks like it's wearable.
Yeah, right. Well, it's from 2011. One of my favorites. I think it was a festival that we played at. But there's other big festivals going on around there that we were kind of just jam banding out. And yeah, that's kind of the story.
So what were you listening to growing up?
Things very similar. We all have very similar music tastes. I like to describe myself as like if John Bonham played reggae. Is what I'm going for, which, if you know anything about John Bonham, is a huge juxtaposition because he hated reggae. He was not a big fan. Yeah.
But Dire Maker and all that.
Yeah. He, just trying to combine, and my music taste is all over the board. You know, I've been playing with some other groups recently that are very heavily reggae influenced and been getting a lot of suggestions from them. There's a band called the Common Kings, and I'm just now I'm providing a backline for them in a couple days, and I was like, what? I was like, who am I giving? I'm not giving my drum set to a band that I don't know about. And then
Have them punch through all the
I
heads.
started doing this research, and I'm like, oh, like, I need to start listening to these guys. So I'm consider myself a constant student of drums. You know.
Are all you guys just in Justus and The Limits, or is anybody doing any side projects or anything? Are you Mr. Keyboard's back there?
I get to play keys.
Wiley?
I get to play keys with a whole bunch of bands, which is really amazing. I'm so thankful to do that. And I also have a solo loop project that I do.
Oh, really?
Which is incredible.
It's
And
unbelievable.
do you go by Wiley Jones? Or?
I do, yeah.
Okay.
And you got a new album coming out soon, right? You've been recording?
I have been, yeah. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't have any music out solo as of yet, but look forward to setting some release dates in the next couple of
You were
months.
pulling some weeds the other day and you had it on. Real good.
Super looking forward to May 11th, opening up for Itana at Levitt Pavilion, which is going to be nice.
Excellent. Where can people get information about your music?
WileyJones.com.
There you go. And, of course, justusandthelimits.com,
Yep,
spelled out for you,
Justus. Yep.
for you guys to get information on upcoming shows and things like that.
Or haters out there. If any haters want to go.
Send you an
Scope it
email.
out.
Then you
Somebody's
can,
listening,
then you can
right?
grab the hate mail and write another song from the
Any
lyrics.
haters want to get on this train back. It'll just help us with likes. So.
So Rise to the Top is the next tune, and tell us a little bit about it.
Ooh, Mark, what did you used to call this song?
The shower song.
The
man.
shower
It just was
song.
wrote in the shower. At
I
least
wrote
that's
it
what
in
he
the
did.
shower.
It was written in the shower?
Yeah, I was in there like, do my hair up, and in the shower, and I was writing this song.
For some reason, that was a
and-
big part of when he came to rehearsal. I wrote this
I
song in
don't
the
know.
shower, so that was the shower song for a
My
while.
hair's clean. I'm ready to.
Yeah.
to
The
rock.
the part of my life I was in right then, I was like, it was right before I started my own business, and I was like really struggling with like how to like reconcile working all the time and trying to be a professional musician, and it was just like I wasn't able to achieve both, and it was like rise to the top before you sink to the bottom, It's just like a note to myself to be like, get up there, keep climbing.
Were you
So-
guys doing landscaping or something?
I own a landscaping company.
Yeah.
Yep. And
Well, when you said pulling weeds, that's
yeah, so
I just guessed.
I'm an entrepreneur. I started a landscaping company 4 seasons ago. I haven't advertised at all. It's been great, full schedules. I hire lots of musicians because they are gig economy based if they're professionals, and so they always
they're
want
usually
hours.
free during the day.
Yeah, they're free during the day. They want hours, and I like to get boys from the South and boys from farms, more importantly, because they can handle the heat and digging holes. If you've ever done physical labor on a farm anywhere near the Mason-Dixon
Digging
line,
post holes.
you can do labor in Denver, Colorado. It's
This
like
song
paradise
just is
out
great.
here. Yeah. I got a song about laying my shovel down by the riverside and all that. So yeah, digging holes. Yeah, a lot of songs about digging holes. If you want to write some songs, dig some holes. That's what I say. Yeah.
There's the inspiration right there.
Yeah.
Justus and the Limits here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. Justus and The Limits. Taking a breath here on KRFC's Live at Lunch. I'd like to remind all of our listeners and viewers that you can always go to our KRFC RadioVision YouTube channel, and you'll be able to see all of the past shows that we've ever had for Live at Lunch here on the video, and also future shows. And while you're there, go ahead and click on the subscribe. Every week you'll receive a notification of the upcoming band that week, and you can always share and view all the bands. Also, I'd like to thank today's crew, which is Colton Boening and Andy Howes on the audio, and Eric Delano and Jeremy Smith on the video, who always do a fantastic job for us. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Well, we've had a pretty good show today. We've got about 7.5 minutes left. Do you think we have time for hot RX and Fear? It's up to you guys.
Yes,
I'll lead you out. Was there anything that we didn't touch base about?
We just want to extend our thank yous and graciousness to you guys for having us up here and into the station. Everybody's been great and makes us feel comfortable and true pros. And it's been a real blast. So thanks, David.
Thanks for having
Thank you.
Everyone down here at the station for having us.
And we'll remind everybody about your July 23rd show at Lost Lake in Denver.
Correct. And be on the lookout everywhere you stream or buy music for Trying, our new single.
Yes, I'm feeling hot, hot around the collar. My skin it burns right on through, and from the top, yeah, to the bottom of my dollar. Tell me, doctor, what am I to do? Do you know when you look at your life, all that you got, all of your time? Do you know what is good for you? If it looked at you, if it reached for you, yeah, luck of the draw. Doing my thing, we gon' do this right, yeah. See what the future brings. Yes, I'm feeling hot, hot around the collar. My skin it burns right on through, from the top, yeah, to the bottom of my dollar. Tell me, doctor, what am I to do? There she goes, and she's looking at me. Woman of mine, yeah, you're good to me. And I saw the see, yeah, I saw the feeling. Woman of mine, yeah, you're good to me. Oh, yes, I'm feeling hot, hot around the collar. My skin, it burns right on through, from the top, yeah, to the bottom of my dollar. Tell me, doctor, what am I to do? All I needed was love. Yeah, you gave it a home. I can believe it now that you know I wasn't meant to be alone. Yes, I'm feeling hot, hot around the collar. My skin, it burns right on through, and from the top, yeah, to the bottom of my dollar. Tell me, doctor, what am
Thank you for listening to Live at Lunch, and thank you to the Music District here in the heart of Fort Collins, Colorado. Live at Lunch is produced by KRFC 88.9 FM in the Ginger and Baker studio. If you'd like to appear on Live at Lunch, email our music director, David Vacek, at david@krfcfm.org.